H.P.L. Ch1 March 1937. There is ingrained in us the twisted myth which, using as symbol the change from worm to wings, or slain year's birth ensuing eager springs, makes parables to silence weeping with. Since it distracts the empty hand of grief, I set the scentless blossom in my soil, and seek to mend with slow, uneager toil the ravaged plot, the broken stem and leaf. And know I shall not fail, though, wandering far, to see the gulf which bounds my yesterday, since sorrow's word must hastily be drowned, they prate of somewhere, call you highly crowned, with Christian wreaths throughout eternal day. You, who are crowned with death's tremendous star. Ch2 March 1938. And now a year recedes into the wash of aimless centuries, and now my eyes perceive the pattern of their fall and rise. Yet memories are the heart's incessant lash, like rain upon the cloudy ocean hurled. All past and future hours emerge as one, twin stars which swing about a perished sun in some far reach of night beyond the world. What thing make gulls defy the pushing breeze, or iris bloom? What knife of silver flame was bright in you? A year can scarcely tame. It flares up yet beyond the shipless seas. But I, upon this beach, perplexed by night, dare not advance, bereft of your keen sight. H.P.L. March 1939. The dimensionless sun, an hour since white with flame, withdraws its beams from glades grown dusky green. Silence walks from fastholds scarcely seen by birds or eyes of furtive woodland game. The flocks afire beneath this blossoming sky is stirred by wandering winds in sudden hush. Van Gogh set down with gaudy narrative brush such hues and patterns sifted through his eye. As yesterday the pines are tall and dark, and meaningless against the yellow glare. As yesterday the eyes of twilight stare, confirming naught. The sunlight's tired spark departs, and eastward moves the glooms, where Sprague Memorial dominates the tombs. I took a room in Providence at the Y, since Mrs. Gamble wished to be alone, a decent place, though somewhat lacking tone, and had my breakfast, prunes and toasted rye, in dripping butter steeped, and paid the dime, knowing you liked the fare and would not come again, and that your active flesh was some way off, and still for what remains of time. I saw such things as you had liked to see, the evening sunset radiant from the hill, sorting your papers before the dust was still. Since you could not, the task remained for me. Going to the washroom with toothbrush, towel and cup, a goddamn fairy tried to pick me up. On such a night the high majestic moon seems less removed, as wreathed in flimsy robes, her body bears among the stellar globes, each minted bright as some engraved doubloon. The evening shares the delicate pretence of kindliness which nature has assumed, as captive women claiming passion doomed to torment more from adamant's relents. They thus deceive. The blossoms and the stars beguiling us into a perfumed snare, as if chance aspects force the mouth to swear, the galaxy as more than aimless spars adrift. To join by night such graceful play is not amiss, since it departs by day. H.P.L. March 15, 1940. I shall write until the wind is done scraping air, that my brain is two brains, and one is dead, but the other is alive in the clutched clay fist, a frog with painted muscles. I shall write of death with selected words, of the lilies killed with the shadow, of the 4 sides of death still lacking your initials, of the flooding voice running over stone tears. The rose I took is in a box, or dropped out of the book I gave Catherine. Whether Mrs. Gamel has kept the house I don't know. The road being greyer even than your inn, I have pulled my horse's head from it. Forever.